Okay, good afternoon. I am just waiting to see DJ. Just bear with me. Here he is. Welcome, DJ.
Hello.
Um, ev- Everything working well, I think. Audio, video, I think we're good to go. Great. Um, all right, so let's kick this one off. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time today to listen to the DJ Kim interview about when Nike met Toyota. My name's Tony McNaughton. I'm a lean coach at the Lean Enterprise Australia. Um, um, it's my job to facilitate an interview with DJ. But before we do that, perhaps DJ, I would ask you to introduce yourself, and then maybe can you share maybe just a couple of slides about the Nike Met Toyota story, and then that'll set us up nicely for some tough questions.
Okay. I'm DJ Kim from South Korea. I worked as a lead manager in one of Nike footwear supplier. So I worked after I get the lean training from Tony and his colleagues for 1 year, and I was working as a lead manager in China and also Indonesia. Then I became a lean consultant. Uh, So it's almost like 10 years now working for several different industries. So it was a great time to see that the lean principles can be applied any kind of industries. That was real learning for me. And during the COVID, I was thinking, how about sharing the journey of the Nike? So that's the beginning of the writing, and I posted in the LinkedIn, and I got a lot of responses to go on. So after 2 years, I could finish my writing and publish in Amazon and also in Korean. Yeah, that was the beginning of as a author.
Great, and congratulations on the book. I've read the book, and it's very insightful and great reflection and memory for me, DJ. So, if you may, can you share um, at the
Sure.
bottom? Yep,
Sure.
very good. And just go slide. Yeah, that's good. We are good. So we're in your hands, DJ. Set this up for us.
Okay. Um. So um. Okay, I'm glad to be here as a speaker to share my lean journey with the Nike. But bear in mind that I'm not from Nike. I'm from Nike's footwear supplier. So the reflection and all the my words is from me, not from Nike. um, so my book is actually about all businesses problem solving. Okay, this is my mantra since 2 years ago. And this is adaptation from philosopher Karl Popper. So all life is problem solving. So this was so resonated with me. So I make the my mantra all business is problem solving because any kind of business started from solving specific problem in our life. And Nike's story actually perfectly illustrate this. Um, so Nike became number one in U.S. market in 1980 by solving problem one by one. Okay. Uh, so the first problem that Nike solved is that the spike was too expensive. The only option was Adidas. And Phil Light was mid-distance runner, and it was so expensive to a university student. And then that was not the end. The problem solving goes on, and the co-founder Bill Bowerman saw another problem. The Japanese trainer did not fit so well American foot, so he break and experiment 100 times, and at last he created Cortez with the better cushion and better fit for American fit. So all the Nike shoes were out of solving the problem they were experiencing at that time. So they became number one in 1980, but still was number three in basketball market after Converse and Adidas. So that was problem to them. And then they, to solve this problem, they developed Air Force One, and then 1985 the Air Jordan One, and then 1987 um, actually two basketball shoes, Air Force One and Air Jordan One, didn't solve the problem. Still, the market was dominated by the Converse and Adidas. Even the Reebok came with the freestyle with the aerobic boom. So Nike became a number two. So the Phil Knight was devastated and wanted to sell the company. But suddenly that they catch the trend. So people wanting the one shoes to any kind of activities. So the marketing director Rob Strasser made a name cross trainer, and the Tinker Hatfield developed the Air Max One with the maximum and visible airbag. So it with it just became a number one in U.S. market, and in 3 years they became a number one sports brand globally. After they became a number one, um, late 90s, we call it perfect storm Nike faced because of too many outsourcing the factories around the world. They cannot handle properly. And then another issue related with this one was 1996. The Life magazine published with the cover of a Pakistani boy working on the Nike football. That was a big bomb. On top of that, the another quality failure. So during the basketball game, NCAA, the university football basketball, the basketball delaminated, and it was broadcasted to nationwide. It was huge problem. And the last one was that even though that the revenue was growing, but the net income was decreasing. So operational inefficiencies just emerged. With this, that the Nike cannot solve this problem at that time. So that's the time to meet Toyota. Okay. So in order to solve this problem, they partnered with the ex-Toyota guys like Tony and many other colleagues, and they approach with the how Toyota dealing with the suppliers, right? They built a whole new footwear production system in one of Nike provider in Ho Chi Minh City, and all processes were connected, and the material flow improved, and the big batches were finished. The they they totally transformed the manufacturing, footwear manufacturing. So it was a huge result, like the lead time and the quality defect decreased 50% and 80% inventory decrease, while the productivity increased 30% and worker turnover decreased 10%. It was huge, and it deployed to about 42 factories around the region, and almost 700,000 operators were affected by this change. And we were using the NOS house. This is exactly the replication of a TPS house to the Nike version. And it was quite successful for 10 years in the beginning. But the problem that initial gains faded and improvements plateaued after 10 years. And a lot of lean managers in the supply factory think that the lean is just compliance. We just only do whatever Nike asks us to do, no more further improvement. And that's why the Artburn said that only 5 to 7% of company succeed in lean transformation. Yeah. So that was a reflection. Then we started the Lean 2.0. So that was the time that Tony and I worked very closely for almost like 2 years to experiment with this concept. So while Lean 1.0 was focused on the process optimization using like a Lean tools like a tech time layout and material flow, Kanban Andon system, Lean 2.0, we focus more on the people and leadership. So we are in the labor-intensive industry, and 95% is operator, frontline operator. We need to engage them. And also we need to develop the frontline leaders to the managing director. And all together this, we need to develop a daily Kaizen culture, right? In order to make a sustainable business system. For this, that the 4 elements is critical. First one is leader standard work. So it defines what leaders do daily based on their roles and responsibility. And second is visual controls. So it makes this problem visible to all, not in the computer, but on the board. These days, digital board. And next one is a daily accountability process. So in front of visual controls, we talk about, we see the problems together and the solving together and learn together. That's a daily accountability. And the last one is that leadership discipline. So many, the company failed at this area. So leadership engaged in the beginning, but as time goes by, that they were just far away from this one, and they want to stay more at the office. So all these elements are independent, right? Without, if anything is not working well, then the overall system just gone. So this is a very important thing that we focused on during this Lean 2.0 project. Yet the Lean journey continues, and Nike still need to improve further. This is my personal reflection. The first one is that Hoshin Kanri, even though we introduced the structure of the Hoshin Kanri, but the inside is not working very well. Like no catchable, no true dialogue up and down. Just it was like a traditional MBO, top down, yeah. And we didn't develop athlete thinking process. Just we try to follow the format, and many times we stick in somewhere else, but without having a good coach we haven't developed very well the thinking process. And next one is product development. It took 12 months 30 years ago, and still 12 months. And you can compare with this Toyota. Toyota, it took 48 months to develop a new car in 1985, but 1997 with the hybrid, the Prius, they took only 12 months. It's huge reduction, but I think that Nike tried several times, but still not successful. But while their competitor, um, let's say Adidas, uh, they already tried to reduce 10 months, and still more 9 months and 8 months. The other brands also 6 months. It's okay. That's why these days Adidas is emerging stronger than before. This is my opinion. And last one is the manufacturing modernization. This is a Nike version of automation. I saw that this year the Wall Street Journal talk about why the robot cannot produce Nike sneaker. So unlike the metal or wood, the sneaker is, it's like the material is very flexible. It's very difficult to basic thing of automation like a pick and move. It doesn't work. Every time it is behave differently. So I think that this is actually related with the product development. So in Toyota, they said that design for manufacturing. So that concept actually needed, right? Okay, the conclusion is again my mantra: all business is problem solving. Uh, so Jim Womack said that every organization creating value for customer must tackle 5 tasks, 5 big problems, starting from design and engineering, and production and supply chain management, marketing and sales, and last one is managing the enterprise. Here, I want to add like a QA, HR, GA, account, finance, IT, planning, purchasing, any department. They should solve the problem. That's why Imai Masaki said that the Kaizen is everybody, everywhere, everyday improvement. That was mistake in the first phase of Nike Lean 1.0. So only production and only small group of lean experts were doing all the improvement activity. So that's why we were not successful in the first phase. So in the age of AI, we need to ask ourselves how to train and develop everyone to become a problem solver. As John Shook said, that an organization with an army of problem solvers is much better suited to face the challenge of the competitive marketplace. Okay, our lean journey continues because there is no finish line. Yeah, thank you.
Hey, thanks, TJ. Thanks very much. We've got time for a couple of interview questions here. So let me tee off with perhaps the obvious question. Why Lean 1.0 then 2.0? Why not combine 1.0 and 2.0 at the start?
Yeah, that's a very good question. I think that it's a right sequence because at that time the Nike's problem was eliminating waste from material warehouse to the all the way through the all the processes, even to the uh, finished good warehouse. Uh, but if they do all things together, they cannot achieve anything, right? So we need to solve the problem at that time based on the priority decision. So yeah, that was the right sequence to solve the problem. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, good. So the current state at the start line from a physical lens was the classic mass production, big batches, long lead times, lots of inventory, lots of quality issues. That was the problem that they needed to solve initially, right?
Correct.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
And seems like did a reasonable job of that, but recognized that they perhaps had an unspectacular result as far as capability development and engagement of workers and the concept of lean leadership was not even on the table. So that hence Lean 2.0. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So let me ask you another question, DJ. At Toyota, I think all of us who have been down the path of lean would understand that they try very hard for many, many, many decades to build problem-solving capability at every level of the organization. So what do you think Nike needs to do to reach that kind of level that Toyota have achieved? And I know, in fairness, Toyota have been on this journey for 70 years, but what's your thoughts about that?
Yeah. Yeah. That's very great question. And um, as I mentioned that the um, all business is problem solving, and we need to uh, develop and training our people, not only the small people of a group of expert, but everybody like a frontline operator to the CEO to become a problem solver. That needs huge investment. Yeah. Um, and I think that the leadership thinking is very important. That they should have a this concept, and that they should think this is uh, critical for our survival in the age of AI or coming age. I saw many time actually. Um, I'm talking about in uh, not Nike point of view, but Nike's partner provider point of view. Uh, I saw that there were leadership changes in my previous factory, and even though CEO think that the investment in people is very important, but some managing director didn't think it is important. So uh, just we give them training based on the planning, but in actually the contents and the real capability was developing or not was a very different story. So uh, leadership should have this awareness, and I think that how Toyota has been doing like this now is a 12 president, and actually not many people know his name, Koji Sato, but sometimes from Toyota family and sometimes from just uh, not outside of family, but Nike, Toyota's continuous improvement DNA just continues through all the age. Whoever come become a president. So I think that the to make that kind of a DNA inside the factory is the most important thing.
Yeah, very good. Hey, and you know, we know that some of the forefathers of TPS in Toyota um, would always say that no company will be successful implementing the Toyota system unless they have a crisis. unless they are in deep trouble.
Yeah.
Um, and as far as I know, Nike was not in deep trouble. They were still uh, market leader in their industry. Um, but so I guess, you know, the way you reflect, um, Lean 1.0 perhaps changed the industry. Nike
Yeah.
was a leader. I believe that the other brands copied what Nike was doing and
Right.
started to physically re-engineer their factories, um, using, you know, traditional mechanistic value stream re-engineering. And I don't know what happened to those other guys after that, whether they had a Lean 2.0 moment. Um, um, what would Lean 3.0 look like for Nike?
Yeah, that's a great point. Um, I don't think that they will call Lean 3.0, but I think already started. I mean, with the uh, digitalization and AI, without awareing or not, already the changes began because of AI make the everything fast and the new challenges and the new technology using um, the robotic system. So um, Nike need to be uh, preparing and must be doing something else, and that is about the how to be prepared in the age of AI and automation. Uh, I think they tried and failed already twice with the modernization, automation, but they will be preparing for this one also again. But they should have a uh, the different approach, right? So maybe this can be Lean 3.0. But
Maybe.
yeah, bear in mind that the people are the still center of this business. Yeah.
Indeed, and you made the point that 95% of the business in manufacturing are people, team members. DJ, before I ask you one final question, I know that, from my lens at least, it's a finite business model, seeking out a low cost country with a abundance of cheap labor to produce footwear or apparel. That started in Japan, that lasted a very short period of time, as it did in Korea and Taiwan. And so the shoe factories and the apparel factories moved to places like Indonesia and Thailand and Vietnam and so on to India and other places, chasing that endless supply of cheap labor. But that is a finite model, and I think the business case will drive the change for this industry, given. But until they can design for manufacturing, rather than re-engineer something to be done by machines that was designed to be done by people. It'll be interesting to watch that space over the next 5 years or so. Finally, DJ, I wanted to ask you one question about your personal development journey. How has this impact? I've known you for more than 20 years, DJ. So how has this experience impacted your personal development journey in 1 minute?
Okay. Lean actually changed my total life as my career, and also still I'm evolving. So before I joined the Nike operation, that I never heard about the Lean or TPS. But once I uh, learn it, I cannot yeah, stop. So that's why I became a Lean consultant, and nowadays I became a Lean cartoonist. Maybe some of you already seen it. And these
Indeed.
days I'm also doing like a um, uh, lean music producers. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm I'm continuously improving myself with the lean
wonderful.
concept. Yeah.
We are out of time, DJ. Thank you very much for your time. Thanks, folks, for listening, and have a great day. Let's
Thank you.
move to
Have
the
a
back
great day.
room. See you, mate.
Yeah. Thank you.